Welcome to May 2020 University Commencement for Arizona State University. We welcome our graduates, families, and guests as we celebrate the class of 2020. The placing of the University Mace by Dr. Shirley Rose, President of the ASU Faculty Senate, signals the beginning of this university ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce the 16th President of Arizona State University, Michael M. Crow.
Well, here we are, 2020 graduation, Arizona State University, 17,000 students, graduate students, undergraduate students, fantastic achievement just being here. Really, really exciting day, really exciting moment, but we're here virtually. As you all know, I mean, we've all been either on one side of the screen or the other, back and forth, back and forth. In fact, my eyes have gotten tired from watching screens so much, so many meetings, so many on-video interactions. But here today, we're here to really recognize the achievement of our students, the faculty and the staff that have supported them. This moment, I don't think there have been many graduations in the middle of global pandemic, certainly not ones that are the result of such a successful response to maintaining a learning enterprise, maintaining a teaching enterprise, maintaining a discovery enterprise in the middle of all of this. This is a hugely important day. Students' lives are moving forward. They completed successfully their last term, their last semester, their projects, their activities, engaging in literally hundreds of thousands of video interactions, engaging in millions of minutes of what we call Zoom time. And so it's been a fantastic, fantastic moment of opportunity and creativity. I just want to say congratulations to all of you that are graduates. I want to thank you for your commitment to your families, to yourselves, to your communities, wanting to get ahead, wanting to move ahead, persevering through all of the uncertainty, all of the complexity, and being here today to graduate. I want to, for those of us that are viewing in on this, your families, your friends, others in the community, just say a little bit about ASU. You know, we're a frontline university, very much committed to the idea that the success of our society will be a function of great universities moving forward that measure their success based on who they include and how they succeed, as opposed to measuring an institution's success based on who they exclude. This is the central theme of who we are, so the 17,000 of you are representative of everybody. The socioeconomic diversity, the ethnic diversity, the cultural diversity. I mean, everything is just tremendous. You're the entire melting pot of the United States and many, many students from all over the world, in fact, more than 130 countries. So this is a tremendous expression of who we are. We're an institution that is very much dedicated to research and discovery and solving problems, but not for the benefit only of the academy, but for the benefit of society more broadly. And then the last part of what we call our charter is that we are deeply committed to the success of our community. In fact, we've altered our culture in the last few years to the extent that we've moved from the traditional academic culture of being very faculty-centric to a culture very much being driven by student centrism, being driven by the student success and the student achievement, followed by the community's success. That is economically and socially and trying to stimulate as much evolution as possible. And then the faculty are the means. They're the talent supported by our staff to make all these things happen. We're a big community. We have 30,000 staff and faculty. We're working on tens of thousands of research projects ranging all the way from music and music theory and creativity to the deepest, darkest astrophysics questions and problems to everything that you can imagine about COVID. Just a little bit about COVID-19 and the virus. We transitioned immediately, went to a completely digital presentation format, what we call ASU Sync. We did this for all of our learners, our K-12 students that are in the ASU charter schools, our on-campus students, 75,000 students who were on campus, went from on-campus immersion to synchronous immersion. As well as our online students who continued, as well as our digital high school, our ASU Prep Academy that continued. And so I'm very proud of our staff and our team and you as students that were able to just make these adjustments as quickly as possible. Now today is really a day, and I think extraordinarily the case, in which all of you that are graduating should take this moment visually or in a video scene or somewhere just to thank your family members. They supported you, they nurtured you, they took care of you. One way or another, you were supported by somebody to be here. Also, I want you to thank, and I'd like to recognize everyone that's out there that's been a teacher, that's helped this art and craft of enhancing learning and driving the human spirit forward and human attainment forward. I just want to thank all the teachers that are out there for all that you've done to really help us be here today with these 17,000 students. And then finally, I'd like to thank and honor the ASU faculty, 4,600 faculty members who are among the most creative, most energetic, most innovative human beings involved in the art of teaching and learning and discovery that I think exists anywhere. So I just want to thank all of you, but I also want our graduates to take the time to thank our faculty. So I think there's a central lesson of where we're sitting right now, and here's the central lesson. COVID-19, whatever you want to call it, global pandemic, whatever you want to call it. This is a complex world. We've matured as a species, we've matured as a civilization. We're now able to respond to a global pandemic where we're working in a way to help as many people not be negatively afflicted as possible. We're working to find ways to help people to move through something like this, which could be much more disastrous than it has been up to this point. And these forces have now clearly illustrated, it's sort of like my dad used to say to me, do I have your attention now? Do I have your attention now? We need to be prepared. We were not as prepared for this as we could be, not because we were thoughtless, but because we hadn't learned to modernize some of our thinking. We hadn't yet learned to make new things happen. So my central message to you is to be prepared. Prepared for what? You need to be prepared to enhance your learning. You need to be prepared to enhance your innovation capability. You need to be prepared to enhance your voice with new ideas and new ways of getting things done. You need to be prepared to adjust. You need to be prepared to create. And so my central message to you today as a newly minted graduate of Arizona State University, either undergraduate or graduate student, is be prepared to do what's necessary to help us address all of the complexities that our modern world really confronts us with. I want to say thank you again to all of you that helped make this happen. I want to say thank you to our faculty. I want to say congratulate you as students. And I want family members to really understand deeply that we're totally committed to your students' success. Not 1 ounce of energy was devoted to any whining or complaining. We just got it done, and we're very happy to be here today. So let's now go off to the video for the Year in Review, Arizona State University Graduation 2020.
Welcome to Wells Fargo Arena, class of 2020!
You are the largest freshman class in the history of ASU. That is awesome.
Woo! Class of 2020!
Greatest Olympian in history, training for another Olympic Games. Oh, and it worked.
Fire danger on wheels now banned at ASU. It's the latest move against hoverboards due to the lithium-ion battery.
This could be pretty historic, guys.
And he got it.
history in the making.
It's over. Number one goes down in Tempe. That's 3-0. We 3-0.
And as Walter himself would likely conclude, that's the way it is.
ASU makes history here in Tempe, Arizona on a spectacular fall night.
And eventually, if we want to stabilize the CO2,
We are timeless. Waves washing over the sand on my feet.
This is just coming into our newsroom. Starting Monday, ASU is moving all of its in-person classes to online classes in order to protect students from the coronavirus. President Michael Crow announced.
There's still something to be said about kind of the neatness of going down in the history books as the one and only class to ever do this. Everyone keeps saying you'll tell your grandkids about this, but it kind of is pretty true. This is such a unique experience for everyone.
I think that it's unfortunate that we don't get to have the normal graduation, but I think just with life experience that we just have to keep pushing forward.
When I think about what I want to do with my degrees, whether in the more traditional settings of a university or some sort of educational space or through community outreach, I definitely want to continue my learning and continue others' learning. And so part of that, I think, definitely includes graduate school. Probably a lot of it.
I'm gonna celebrate my accomplishments by just chilling with my family, just enjoying this time, eating some good food and just working out, and just having a summer at home. I love Arizona State, and I'm a Sunday for life.
It's really special to make my family proud because I think about all the late nights that I spent studying, all the second jobs that I got to be here today, and all the different activities that I did to build my resume so that I could get a good job after college. Being able to make them proud is really special because it wasn't just an investment on my part to be here at ASU. It was an investment on their part. Go Devils! Woo!
To extend greetings on behalf of the Arizona Board of Regents, I am pleased to introduce Regent Larry Pendley.
On behalf of the Arizona Board of Regents, I congratulate each of you. We wish that we were gathered in one place to say congratulations and to all feel the same joy of this commencement, but COVID-19 prevents that. It will, however, make this commencement one of the most memorable anyone will ever have. It cannot take away the happiness that we feel for you. It cannot take away the accomplishments that you have. You've completed so many exams. You've written so many assignments. You've completed presentations and research projects. You'll have a college education, something that will bring to you a lifetime of higher earnings. And it'll also bring to you better health and greater happiness. So you benefit enormously from your college degree, but so does society. Society benefits because you will be the kind of individual who will be successful in this new economy of the 21st century. It will be you who is able to deal with the fact that the jobs created and destroyed are still jobs that you're ready for. And you'll be ready for them because of the resilience you've acquired and the critical thinking skills that you've acquired. I know this isn't the best job market, but I'm optimistic for you. You will be the ones who are able to find the right job in the longer run. I'm optimistic for what's going to be achieved over the course of your career, and I'm very happy on this day as I offer you, on behalf of the Arizona Board of Regents, my heartiest congratulations.
Now to present remarks on behalf of the ASU Alumni Association, Chair of the Board, Rick Dirks.
A very special greeting to the distinguished members of the class of 2020. On behalf of 448,000 alumni around the world, I want to extend congratulations on your graduation from Arizona State University, the new American university. I know you're extremely proud of this accomplishment. While these are unprecedented times that you'll remember, I hope you'll always have memories like I had over the years, both in the classroom and outside, meeting individuals who become lifelong friends, rooting for the Sun Devils, joining a club or intramural team, cramming for exams, all that and more. And now you'll be graduating from the most innovative university in the United States. Dr. Crow and his leadership team are transforming higher education, and you, the class of 2020, are the beneficiaries as an alumni of this great institution. The ASU Alumni Association is your constant connection to ASU. If you're under 35, you can engage with Sun Devils through the Young Alumni Chapter. When you have young children, nieces, nephews, or grandchildren, you can engage with Sun Devils through the Sun Devils Generations. And of course, begin introducing your children to ASU and a goal to attend college. If you're out of state or out of the country, you can engage with Sun Devils to attend events in your local area, participate in Tillman Honor Runs, and recruit high school students to ASU. I invite you to become involved in the Alumni Association and the life of the university. Sun Devil alumni who are celebrating with the class of 2020, please congratulate and welcome the newest members of our ASU alumni family. Congratulations, graduates, and go Devils.
Here now to present remarks on behalf of the Graduate and Professional Student Government Association, Leah Jones, President of GPSA.
Today is a day that you've all been waiting for months or years. Today is the day that signifies you've passed your coursework, you've completed your final projects, you've successfully defended that thesis or dissertation. Today is a day all about celebrating you. But this is not how you imagined today to be. I want you to close your eyes. Imagine with me where you would be sitting in Desert Finance Arena, maybe next to your doctoral faculty advisor, or next to your cohort of fellow professional students, or next to the friends that you've made in your master's program. Picture the maroon robe, the long hood, and the hat you spent 10 minutes trying to place just right over your hair. Feel the excitement in the room. See the smiles on everyone's faces. Hear the cheers from the friends and family in attendance. This is what we imagine today to be like. But as we open our eyes now, this image is not what surrounds us. We're at home, maybe with friends or family, or maybe alone. We're preoccupied by the context of our world, by the way it's disrupted our lives and those of the people around us. We're experiencing a variety of emotions: disappointment and sadness, anger and frustration, anxiety and fear. And all these emotions are perfectly justified. This day of celebration does not look like what we hoped it would. And for that, I want to say I'm with you, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. There is, however, a silver lining. Today may not look anything like how you pictured it, but one thing is still the same. You are graduating. You worked hard, you earned it, and you deserve to be celebrated. So take a deep breath, take a step back from what's going on in the world, and let this moment sink in. Even if you don't feel in a celebratory mood, I encourage you to pause, even just for a moment, and be proud of all that you've accomplished. You deserve the very best, and you should celebrate in all the ways that you can. It's been an honor to serve as your Graduate and Professional Student Association President for the past year. I wish you all the best in everything that comes next. Congratulations.
Now to present remarks on behalf of undergraduates, Hannah Salem, President of Undergraduate Student Government for the Tempe campus.
Although the academic year did not end as planned and we are all living through unusual times, it is all the more reason for us to be celebrating this incredible moment. There are many shared experiences among all of our graduates, and these experiences are the many threads that make up an incredible tapestry of students, faculty, and staff that make up Arizona State University. During this time, we would like to recognize students who worked full-time or part-time while pursuing their degree, students who participated in volunteer or community service work while pursuing their degree, and students who identify as first-generation graduates. These are just a few of many ways that students identify themselves. As a whole, they embody the purpose of the university, to educate and to enrich the lives of students. On behalf of all of the students from the Tempe, Downtown, Polytechnic, and West Campus, congratulations to all of our graduates.
To give a message of congratulations to the class of 2020, please welcome the Honorable Ruth V. McGregor.
Congratulations as you join the ranks of Arizona State University graduates. This extraordinary public university is one of the treasures of Arizona and of the nation. It is a center of excellence and innovation and has transformed the lives of thousands of students. So I'm deeply honored to share some thoughts with you today. Thank you, Dr. Crow, and thank you, ASU. You should know that speaking at a graduation ceremony is daunting under any circumstances, but speaking in my living room with only my dog as an audience is especially challenging, although she does seem to be attentive. The greater challenge that we all face is to deal with this extraordinary time. I wish I could see your faces. I suspect I would see pride and a sense of accomplishment, but also some trepidation about what our world has waiting for you. You and your families made an enormous commitment over the last 4 or more years. None of it was easy, and none of it was free. And now your future, and indeed the ceremony itself, have changed as we face the impact of COVID-19. And some of you may see only a grim world ahead. But all is not bleak. There are positive features associated with the virtual graduation caused by the coronavirus. First, you did not have to compete with 30,000 other people trying to fit into 5,000 parking places this morning. And second, you are not wearing a long black robe and a black hat in 110-degree Arizona sunshine. So all in all, graduation in the time of the coronavirus has some pluses, no matter how grim and sad the reality of the virus is. And it is not wrong for you to feel joy and pride today, even in the context of a surreal and anxious time in our country and in our world. My only advice to you today is to embrace risk and its emotional partner, fear. Fear just gets in the way of your becoming. It is the most negative of emotions, and it will block you from being willing to risk, to fail, so that you can live your life to the fullest. Sir Winston Churchill said it best, as he often did, when he explained that success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. You have already demonstrated courage and the will to continue as you completed your degrees under the most unexpected and difficult circumstances imaginable. You are fortunate because you already know that you can overcome obstacles and continue to follow your path. So continue to do what you love as well as you can and with as much kindness as possible. The world will appreciate your efforts. Congratulations, graduates of 2020.
To give a message of congratulations to the class of 2020, please welcome Lonnie G. Bunch III.
I am Lonnie Bunch, the Secretary of the Smithsonian Institution, and I can't tell you how pleased I am to offer my congratulations to the class of 2020. I wish I could be there with you in person, but regardless of my presence, I want you to know how excited I am about the possibilities in front of you. You have worked hard and you have changed, and now you're ready to sort of provide the kind of leadership and creativity that this country needs. I'm always struck around graduation time thinking about an old friend of mine, Studs Terkel, the great oral historian. As Studs was near the end of his life, he once said to me, "Lonnie, I can't hear very well, I don't see very well, I can't stand long, but I want you to do me a favor. I want you to turn me in a direction where I can do good." That's my charge and my guidance to you. Find the greater good, that you can help this country be better. Make sure you remember that as part of the educated community, it's your job to not just worry about yourself, although you should enjoy and revel in this day, but it's your job to make a region, a community, a people, a nation better. So always remember, point yourself in the direction where you can do good, but also take the time to celebrate and enjoy this amazing day and enjoy what you've accomplished. Hug your family, smile, and then go to work. Congratulations.
To give a message of congratulations to the class of 2020, please welcome Luis Alberto Moreno.
Every year, around this time of spring, thousands of graduates step out of the universities and into the real world, wondering what the future holds for them. This year, things are very different, but the feelings of anxiety and uncertainty are probably the same. I know this because I too once stood in your shoes. Am I ready for the real world? Will anyone hire me? Do I have the skills to succeed? And was all this worth it? I believe that the answer to all of those questions, even in these very extraordinary times, are a resounding yes. You might have had your doubts, but it helps to think about the bigger picture. You have to remember that you have earned a degree at a highly respected university in certainly what is the world's most advanced nation. Only the tiniest fraction of humanity has access to the kind of opportunities you've had at ASU. You're also graduating at what might be a turning point in history. This crisis that we're experiencing, with all of its heartbreaking costs, may well give birth to profound social, economic, and political changes we can only begin to imagine. And the world that will emerge from this very epocable challenge will need smart, energetic, and more importantly, creative people like you to shape and to lead those changes. I am full of faith that your generation will be up to this task. So congratulations to each and every member of the class of 2020. And congratulations to your families and to all of those who so much helped you to reach this milestone along the way. Today, we celebrate your achievements, even if we are thousands of miles apart, knowing that we can expect great things from you in the future. Because I have no doubt that you're ready to go out and amaze the world. Go, Sun Devils, go.
We now recognize students graduating with academic honors and those who have committed to military service and the conferral of degrees. Presentations will be made by President Crow and Provost Cyril.
So it's particularly special to have the opportunity to acknowledge our undergraduate degree candidates who are completing degrees with what we call Latin honors. So honors using Latin terms to basically describe the monumental academic achievement. So first, to graduate cum laude requires a cumulative grade point of 3.4 to 3.59. I'd like to congratulate our students who have graduated with the honor cum laude. To graduate magna cum laude requires a cumulative grade point average of between 3.6 and 3.79. I'd like to recognize and honor all of the graduates who are finishing today magna cum laude. And to graduate summa cum laude, which in Latin is, the highest pinnacle, but in English is like, really? You really did that, dude? I mean, it's like unbelievable. Requires a cumulative grade point average of 3.8 or above. Join me in honoring this year's graduates who have earned the honor summa cum laude.
Provost Cyril will now present the Moore Award.
Arizona State University is pleased to recognize the graduates who have achieved excellent scholastic records. During their undergraduate years at the university, they've attained the highest grade point average of the May 2020 graduating class, while completing all of their work at Arizona State University in no more than 8 semesters. It gives me great pleasure to congratulate the Moore Award recipients for spring 2020. Arizona State University is proud to be a strong supporter of military veterans who have served their country, as well as students pursuing their futures in the armed services through their participation in ROTC programs. We would like to formally recognize all graduating ROTC students and graduating students who are or have been members of the armed services. Thank you for your commitment. We're proud to call you Sun Devils. President Crow, Arizona State University is pleased to recognize graduates completing their PhD, as well as professional doctoral degrees and master's degree candidates. They fulfilled all the requirements for their degree, and they are worthy of that distinction. President Crow, Arizona State University is pleased to recognize graduates completing their bachelor's degree. They have fulfilled all the requirements for this degree and are worthy of that distinction.
Now here we are at the end of the graduation. Thank you for being with us today, and I have special authorities granted to me by the Arizona Board of Regents and by the faculty of Arizona State University. So based on that authority vested in me by the Arizona Board of Regents and on the recommendation of the outstanding world-class faculty of Arizona State University, I hereby confer upon each and every one of you the appropriate degree that you've earned and welcome you to the company of doers and scholars and people that will make big things happen going forward with all of the inherent rights, honors, privileges, and most importantly, obligations. Congratulations, graduates.
One, two, three, 4. 2, 3. Where the bulls so arose, raise their arms on high, praying strength for great tomorrows from the western sky, where eternal mountains kneel at sunset's gate. Here we hail the Alma Mater, Arizona State.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.